Hello there. So I said I was going to do a video on astral projection, and well, here it is. It might be a two-parter, but just stay tuned and you'll find out. So I was inspired to discuss this because of last night. I went to align my chakras before bed, and as I was laying there, parts of my body started going numb, and that reminded me of astral projection because the most common way to astral project is to lay there perfectly still. I like to put myself in a mummy position and just try your best not to move for as long as you can until your body will start to go numb and shut down. You'll lose feeling in your body. And when this starts to happen, then you want to, this is what I do, and this is a very popular method, is to then begin to reach up like you're grabbing a rope, but don't move your body parts at all. Just, you know what I mean? It's like moving your nerves. What it is your astral body that you're using. It's kind of like a phantom limb syndrome. That's what it reminds me of. But you'll understand what I mean once you begin to do it. And anyway, you just have to remain focused and do not move your body, or the astral body will then be put back into your physical body, and you won't be able to detach as easy. But this is the most common method that people use, is they imagine a ladder or a rope, and they envision pulling up like this, but not doing it with your physical body. I hope you know what I mean, okay? It's not that hard to figure out. And so that's one way, but it wasn't working for me very well last night, so I decided to try something new. And what I did next was I was laying flat on my back, and I began to envision in my mind's eye my body laying on my side, okay, right next to me. And I kept doing that, and before I knew it, my face literally started to turn, okay, but my physical face was staying in the same position. This was my astral body that was moving and detaching. And before I knew it, my head, and then my shoulders, and then my midsection, and then my legs finally detached. And there I was in my astral body, right next to my physical body, floating next to the bed. So I was able to detach very easily with that method. And if you have trouble, leaving the body, I would really suggest this, but it takes a lot of focus and determination. You cannot give in to those little twitches and those little itches that your body wants to do. You have to remain focused, keep your breathing straight, but also keep your mind active. This is because if you don't, you'll fall asleep and you'll become unconscious. So you have a good method is to keep telling yourself in your mind, I will astral project, and just keep, your mind's eye active and keep your lucidity about you, but do not move your physical body. So this is the feeling that happens when you hold your leg up and it falls asleep. It becomes numb. Well, you're basically doing that with your entire physical body. Just do not move it until it becomes completely numb. And then what you do, once again, it's like, I don't know how to explain it in a scientific term really, so that you would understand better, but it's almost like as if you're firing those neurons to the brain, or those signals to the brain to move the muscles, but you're not physically moving the muscles. So I guess that's really the only best way I can explain it to you. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask me. And so if you plan on astral projecting, I would definitely do some preparation beforehand, because consciousness is the key here, okay? You have to speak your intentions to the universe, and to yourself and to your guides. And I would also suggest getting yourself some amethyst crystal. It's a good protective crystal, especially when you're traveling the astral realms and the fourth dimension. Because in this plane there is still evil traversing, and it can't hurt you, but it can give you quite the fright. So I would suggest doing that and just keeping your lucidity about you, and do not give up, because this is why people quit so much, especially with meditation, is that they become impatient. They're like, I can't do it. My mind just keeps, bothering me, or I keep itching, or this and that. You know what? It took me 2 years to finally be able to leave my body, okay? And so, like any muscle, you have to train it for it to be able to lift heavy weight. It's the same as with your third eye and with your astral body. So hopefully this video could help somebody out there. And also use binaural beats, especially theta waves and delta waves. Once again, I have a nice playlist on my YouTube channel entitled Sleep. There's some great ones in there. For brainwave entrainment, this is key as well, okay? Once again, if you have any questions, ask me, and also don't be afraid to research online. It is more than worth the effort. It expands, the mind, body, and soul to realms undreamed of, literally. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and be safe, okay?